Well, here we are back in the age of plague playing in Sweden. Hi, everybody. And thanks for joining us again to talk about Millennia. So this particular video, again, I'm going to try to make some a little shorter. I know some of them have been running a little long. But this time I want to talk about the spirits, the national spirits and things. And I'm gonna use this particular age here in the fourth age to talk about national spirits, that you can get, and a little bit about how they work. Now, I wouldn't consider this, I would consider this an average game. I'm not cranking a lot of the different domain points and those kind of things that you might see. I do have some cash, and things like that coming in. I've got a couple of main regions over there, both almost, well, they were at max. As you'll find with the regions, they're constantly kind of getting better, getting worse as you go along. Let me know down below if the music's too loud or any of those kind of things and stuff. And, the usual things of liking, subscribing, if you're interested in strategy, Forex content. Not really Let's Plays and things like that, but strategic commentary, looking at specific mechanics around games, talking about what's good, what's bad, and, general commentary around Forex and all of those kind of things. That's what we do here. And love, love, love to have comments and discussions down in chat. Looking forward to talking to everybody. All right, national spirits. So your national spirits are over here at the domains. And let's just take a minute to go back to the second age so you can kind of see. That's the first time. So national spirits come up every kind of couple of ages. So your first one you get in the second age. And these are all based around domains. And so the domains are things like exploration, warfare, engineering, diplomacy, etc. So initially, your choices are pretty straightforward, right? You can decide that you want to be one of the kind of folks that are out exploring, upgrading your thing. You've got ancient seafarers, which they have sailing. So if you've got a good water sieve, where you could have done. So interestingly enough, we could have done, ancient seafarers with this one because I got a lot of coastal land over there, but didn't for lots of reasons. Mostly because I was experimenting around and, I wanted to see what engineering and things were. I've heard lots of comments from the demo and some of the early access people around which of these are stronger, better, etc. But frankly, almost all of these have been rebalanced as far as I can tell, or there's changes at least to a lot of them from the early access and the media builds that people were playing with. So, and I suspect there'll be patches where these are more balanced as they go for things that are quote OP, not OP. So, we'll just have to see. Again, I'm not going to go through every one of these. I'm just going to kind of give you some examples quickly about what I picked. So I picked mound builders to start with. And I haven't made it a huge amount, even though I'm quite a ways away from when I picked these, because I spent a lot of my research points and things on other stuff. Not to mention, when you go through this, you have to kind of decide, how many, when do you need this? Like, earlier you get something like hoe farming, then when you're building a bunch of farms, you get more value out of it. But, I ended up building a lot of farms to drive pop growth before I got this one built. And so, again, learning how to play the game. So you obviously want to have, ways, you want to build buildings that give you more research and things like that. And you want to get more of the particular domain that you're in, like engineering. And didn't do that so much in the beginning. So probably won't pick a machinery one as we get into the fourth age here. Because even though I picked that originally, I haven't done a really great job of generating engineering points. It's been getting a little bit better, but I also think that other things could be more important. I have been doing some things related to trade and things like that. So one of the things that I considered was spice merchants. I was very interested in this one because there's some pretty cool stuff in here. It's diplomacy based, right? That's what the little handshake thing is up here, is your diplomacy domain, mana or currency or whatever you'd like to call it. And these aren't super expensive. I mean, they are. Everything goes up, every time one of these ages in terms of how much they cost. But this gives us a new desert-based good, and there is some desert, directly adjacent to mine. It also gives, new units like these caravan guards, which are pretty good, but they also have a lot of range defense and things like that. And then you also get outpost improvements. So this gives you ways to let you put out your outpost and do a lot of things, as well as creating trade posts, as these go. So pretty cool. Interestingly enough, I looked at the desert section. So if we go take a look at what we've got, because a lot of this is geography based, right? Where you're going to be, what you've got, and everything. So as my guys have been, cruising out over here, we found this whole desert. Now, originally, I noticed that Rome had discovered the Sahara Desert section, so I was like, wow. And then I saw Grand Canyon. Well, I just sent my scout up exploring through here to see how much more desert I might have around here. And the answer is not enough. Didn't have enough desert up here. So it doesn't really seem to be enough desert to me to invest, a whole national spirit in that. Now, if this whole section over here was desert, I would probably definitely be thinking about that. So again, thought about warfare. I mean, I think everybody tends to generate a little bit of warfare. Plus, this gives me a bonus 70 points of warfare to do things. And these are super cool. I mean, especially cons in mine, being able to start cranking horse archers and doing things. So I could go out and do a, Mongol-like conquering thing, which probably strategically is my best choice, right this minute. However, I think the real answer here in terms of what should I do is to really think about religion. And so as I went through these, obviously chivalry is an obvious. I'm a kingdom already in terms of what I do. So, there's a lot of things around my vassals and things like that that I could do that are directly in race. Plus this one, increasing my vassal population growth is pretty good. So this one is pretty much in the lead right this second. And of course, the next choice would be to go theologians, which actually starts to let me build monasteries, does all kinds of interesting things about faith. I mean, I'm certainly going to found a religion coming up. But I'm feeling like, somewhere between religion and warfare. And so therefore, I think the chivalry and the arts, is a good way to go. So I'm actually going to pick it as we go in here. So that's it. Just a short tutorial, kind of around how the ages and the national spirits work together. I'll put up some other specific ones around different parts of this so we can take a look at that, particularly when I get through the plague age. I may even do one on exactly how some of the parts of the plague age work, because it is pretty interesting about how all of those things work. And I'll add some video, around actually building some chivalric units, and a little longer discussion of that to this commentary as well. So thanks. See y'all soon.